Hey, my most amazing artist. This week, you're going to level up your observational candy drawings you made last week. You're going to take those, you did them in your sketchbook. You're going to get a nice white piece of paper from your house or from school. If you need white paper at home, you can let me know and I might be able to get you some. But use what you have, but try to find just a plain white piece of paper that's not in your sketchbook. Okay? If it's a square size, that's even better because I think that makes it more interesting. So, our learning target is still the same. I can use observational drawing techniques to draw a still life. I will use line, shape, space, color, and value to make it realistic. Your first thing you'll do is watch the introduction video, which I'm creating right now. Your vocabulary this week, you've learned about observational drawing. That's using your eyes to draw what you see. Contour line drawing, that's drawing the outline, but we are also adding the details. New vocabulary this week that I want you to understand. Balance. When you arrange things in an artwork to level it out, even out the design on the page. You don't want one side to look heavier than the other. And that's a kind of a visual thing when you're looking at it. You don't want everything just drawn on one side and nothing on this side. You need to balance it out. It doesn't have to be exactly equal. Like if I did my hands like this, that's symmetrical. It does not have to be symmetrical balance, but you just don't want everything on one side and nothing over here. Okay? So you want to just think about how you're putting your candy on the page. Negative space. Negative space is the empty space around your design, around your objects that you're drawing, okay? Artists like to think about how they are gonna balance their positive space, that's the candy you're drawing, versus the negative space, which is the empty space around the candy. You wanna balance out, okay? Your supplies, pencil, eraser, final nights, white piece of paper. You can use whatever you want to color it, whether color pencils, crayons, or markers. Whatever you do your very best coloring, okay? Sometimes markers aren't the best choice, okay? Take your time, make it look good. This is your final one. I'm looking for pieces of work to use for art shows. I'm looking for the top high quality. I'm looking for work to show off on my Twitter and to share out and student shout out, okay? So do your very best. Now, it's your turn. For your final, you're gonna get a nice piece of white paper. Use your sketchbook sketches of the candy from last week. Level it up, draw big, use the whole space. If you did not practice last week, you need to look at last week's folder and do last week's lesson first. So you need to practice. Practice is how you're gonna get better, okay? If you're gonna look at your candy again, put it on a clean, nice white space. Easy to see surface, nothing distracting in the background. Then take your time, do your observational drawing again, either by looking at what you did in your sketchbook or by looking at the actual candy in the photographs I gave you or your candy you have at home, okay? Pay close attention to the details. I wanna see the details. If there is a circle on the piece of candy, I want to see the circle. If there's some funny looking character like there is on the nerds, I want to see the funny character. If the letters are bubble letters, I want to see bubble letters. If they're block letters, I want to see block letters. I want to see what it really looks like, okay? So pay attention to the details, the letters, the lines, the shapes, the wrinkles, everything. Draw big. We're not drawing this little because I want you to draw and use the whole page, okay? Balance out the negative space and the positive space. Turn in your final big leveled up drawing with details. Turn in spot. But make sure you do quality coloring, craftsmanship, your very best work, and then you can turn it in. Okay? FYI, right here with this red line going through it, I just drew a rectangle and wrote the name of the candy on it in my own handwriting. That is not what I'm looking for. That is not a quality example. Okay? That took me like 30 seconds, maybe less, to draw. Right here are some quality student examples, okay? I have this M&M one. great job. There's a Hershey bar. I do wish they had colored in the middle parts of that and all. This Twix bar, awesome. And don't forget your shadow. The lollipop, let me see. Awesome job. Okay, so I am challenging you to do your very best work. To leave you real quick, I'm going to show you Ms. Scalen's. I have not colored it, but I will post my colored piece. Okay, here is mine. I used 3 pieces of candy. I did it from one of those photographs that you can see. I balanced out. I did them in different positions. I balanced out my negative space. This is my negative space. Okay. I used the whole page, and you can see that my paper is a square. Okay. So I can't wait to see your candy drawings. I want to see your very, very best work. Have fun.